Hello there. So today I'm going to be fitting suspension bushes to my Saab 9000. So I've just put this through an MOT. It went through easily enough, but there's a good few advisories on suspension bushes. I'll be honest, it's had these advisories for a good few years and I've just misunderstood what they meant. It came up with rear pin bushes front, or front pin bushes rear, worn, and I always thought it meant anti-roll bars. And I was like, they're not that bad. But the MOT tester was like, why haven't you done these? I keep advising them, change them. And I'm like, what, the D bushes? No. The ones on the back of the suspension arms. Ah, right, okay, I see, I get it. First things first though, this needs a bloody battery. Oh, there she is. That might be TD04. Ooh, VTEC. Might put that in the title of the video to get a few more clicks. I removed VTEC from my Honda Saab 9000 Turbo 2 litre burnout drift yoga pants lady stretching after exercise. I think that should cover it. A few people I know have mentioned that I should try doing some like instructional YouTube videos about cars, but it's not really my thing, but I'll give it a quick go now. Once you've undone the 10mm holding the battery in, remove the negative battery clamp. Make sure you are wearing your goggles and gloves. With a straight back and legs shoulder width apart, lift out the battery. Right, I'm bored of this now. If you don't know how to change the battery, go watch Mighty Car Mods or something. Right, that's the battery in. Now my super custom key started up. Now I know a lot of you are going to be saying, by a lot I mean about one person, didn't you build an engine for this? Yeah, I did, it's right over there. But I don't think this engine is that rough, and the oil light goes out straight away, so I'm gonna run it until it's a little bit worse, because basically I don't have time to do an engine now. It's very noisy auxiliary belt tensioner. That should shut up now, hopefully. But the engine itself is quite quiet. It's got a horrendous oil leak when the head was off. I'm going to try and cure that, but I'm going to do the bushes for now, and I'm going to use it. So these are the bushes I am changing. These at the back end of the front suspension arms. And then anti-roll bar bushes. Oh Christ, what's going on there? There's the anti-roll bar, front anti-roll bar. And then the bushes I am changing are these ones. Each side, other ones up there. Then on the rear, I've just soaked this in WD-40 so it comes off a bit easier. These ones too. On the MOT tester said, I bet that drives quite rough actually with them bushes, but do you know what, it really doesn't. There's a little bit of clunking, but the car is so soft and wallowy, just like a Saab 9000 should be. Horrendous handling. So you undo these bolts. Really, should undo these ones first. I've got one hand, alright? armpit tool change. Place the bolts safely on the floor. Hands caught. This big nut on the back has to come off, so lubricate that up. The nuts are 19, the front bolts are 13, and then the rear two are 14. Whoosh. Please release me. There's a tube inside it which is just separated. I need to get that off now. Oh crap. There we bloody go. Give that a bit of a clean. Just to show you from the other angle what I was doing. This is the arm pushed down a bit. Got it all off. Gonna chuck the new one on now. Now to make this able to be removed in the future, you know, when I'm doing these bushes in another 200,000 miles, I'm gonna stick some copper grease on there. And great, I need two arms again. Right, the nut is on. Now, you're supposed to have full weight on the car before tightening any suspension bushes. If you can imagine, you want its neutral position to be in like an unstressed position. Well, that's going to be really difficult with this because of that bloody plate that goes on it. So I've got a plan. I am going to hold this at an angle. I think that angle looks about right. Because if you can imagine, there's no weight on the suspension at the minute and the suspension's got to go up a bit. So I think that looks about right. I'm going to put it in that position, tighten it there, and then bolt it all up. And I think once you've got weight on the car, that'll be pretty much the neutral position. It'll be a damn sight better than just tightening it with the suspension at full droop. That's what I'm doing. You can't tell me otherwise. Sweet, that's what I'm going for. Right, and then now to chuck these bolts back in. Right, that side is all done. Now I know you're all very busy people. Your toilet break is probably coming to an end. So I've done this side off camera. On closer inspection, I think the drop links have to come off to change the front anti-roll bar bushes, and they're not brilliant either, so I'm just going to order some new drop links and do all the front anti-roll bar bushes and drop links together. This guy, does he ever see anything all the way through? Right, let's take it for a little test drive. I think what we want to see really is, does it torque steer, does it clank over bumps? Let's try it. Jesus Christ, these cars are too quick for their headlights and their brakes and their suspension. test drive complete. Does it still clunk? Yes, it does. Comes from the driver's side front. It's just going to be them drop links and anti-roll bar bushes. So that's fine. I'll get them on order. No doubt after that it'll handle like a comma or something else terrible. But that's Saab 9000 life. If you've got one, you know. The straight line cars only. 60 to 100 mile an hour, that's their thing. Anything above, below, turns, they're useless there. Catch me next time where the UAZ is on the ramp. The UAZ needs all my bloody time and attention. I've got a way forward with the shifter linkage, and funnily enough, it's basically throw away everything I'd done previously, and it's, well, I'm going to say, do you know them people who were saying in the comments, go to cables, it's easy, and then couldn't provide any proof of it? They were right. Well, they weren't.